The Muppets Take Manhattan was directed by Frank Oz, starring the Muppets who already graduated college and now they wanna take a take a trip to New York and start doing a show that they were talking about called Manhattan Melodies in Broadway, but they both separated and trying to find jobs, and now it's up to Kermit to bring the whole Muppets gang back together to start their show in Manhattan Melodies, and that's pretty much it. I never been to New York Times Square before. I never heard this Manhattan Melodies ever. Yeah, Manhattan Melodies. When I watched the movie, I was like, Manhattan Melodies. What are y'all talking about? The Muppets Take Manhattan. That's the movie. Now, I've not been to New York Times Square. I only been to New York, called Freeport, New York. I only been there for a few years now, like a couple of 100,000 times, but I haven't been in a while now. Well, well, my grandmother, grandfather lives in New York. Well, my grandfather named Percy, my grandma named Leslie they live in New York, Times Square. I mean not Times Square, Freeport. Sorry, they live in Freeport, New York, and they've been living in Freeport for like a long time now. They live in Freeport for a long time, including my Aunt Linda, my grandmother, and my cousins Amanda and Andre. They've been living in Freeport, New York for a long time. Oh my God, what? And now the Muppets go to New York Times. Actually, this New York is actually Times Square. Now, I used to watch this video about these workers who worked on these buildings way back then. The make the tall buildings look a little taller, and I was like, ooh, you guys gotta be careful. I would not do that. Yeah, that would be a few days. That would be that would be more like a few weeks full of work to build a big tall tower up, go all the way up top, and go as the same height as Godzilla. And I was like, oh no, no. It's like God's. It's like if you have seen the old Godzilla, I think he was taking place. I think he went in New York and destroyed all the buildings and crashing down. Like speaking of New York, I heard about like one back in eighth grade. I used to watch this video of 9/11 2001, and we're playing when the airplane crash land into the World Trade Center, and that's where it took place. Um, I was just about three ish. I was about 3 years old during that time when that happened, and both planes crashed, and both both buildings were destroyed, and people falling off the buildings, and some people some people died, and that was really sad. That was emotional. And afterwards, the World Trade Center came down and destroyed, and and the entire city was full of big smoke that's like big as a house. And I'm like, oh dear. Yeah, you're not gonna be able to breathe through it. You can't breathe through that smoke because that will make you sick. Yeah, things happen sometimes, in New York. Things happen, like, I don't know. But speaking of New York, we do get famous celebrities sometimes. Like, I think sometimes we do get famous celebrities. They travel around the world some way. And with the Muppets, they go to New York to find the way they put a show on they want to do. Be like, um, let's go to Broadway. We're gonna be famous. We're gonna be talented. Congratulations, Muppets. Excuse me. And now, my favorite part of the movie is No, I'm not gonna tell you because I don't think that some of y'all have not seen the Muppets Take Manhattan. I'm not gonna spoil it. I don't spoil movies anyway, so this is just a review. One thing and I really been just say my family and I take a trip to New York and it's beautiful. Like I'm talking about New York Times Square. Um, yeah, I don't know, but I was looking some photos on Google Images of Freeport. Not Freeport. Of Times Square sometimes, and look at all the buildings and look at movie posters, and we get some very famous, beautiful stores like Disney, like the Disney store, Toys R Us. We don't. I don't think we get Target in New York. I don't know if we get because Toys R Us was a big store, like the size of kind of like looking like. Well, I used to look at this video of New York Times Square of Toys R Us, and then I saw this video and I was like, now this is big as a mall right now. Yeah, it's kind of like big as a mall. Well, malls are not that big. They're just yeah. And one thing I like about this movie, let's start with the movie's alright. The movie's alright. I love the movie though. Um, I'm glad the Muppets came back together and um starting this show. And it's not a lot of songs in this movie. When I watched it, I was like, wait, this could have been a musical type movie, and that's it. There's nothing else I can say. That's all I gotta say, y'all. It's kind of hard to tell. I'm sorry, I haven't looked at any pictures on Google Images of New York Times Square in a while now. I really like to look at those photos because it's beautiful over there, and I would like to look at it again. And this is all I gotta say to this video. I'm gonna do another. My next review will be my next movie review. Hopefully, I will be doing some other movie reviews. Hopefully next time, and that's it. And this is all I gotta say to this video. I don't know nothing about New York right now. That's all I know. Like about 9/11, which is really sad. I felt bad about 9/11 when that happened when I was watching the video. And speaking of that, I used to watch a movie called World Trade Center. It's a movie about what happened in 9/11. The movie has Nicolas Cage and what's that? Nicolas Cage and Michael Pena, who are actually played um like fire more like police officers who dress up as fighters trying to get out the building and something like that. I don't know. And and some and I really enjoyed that movie, World Trade Center. I think if they made a biography movie about the World Trade Center, or like if they made a biography movie about 9/11, that'll be really it'll be really nice if they made a biography movie. And this one should be called 9/11/2001. You know why? Because it happened. And that's about it. And that's all I gotta say to this video right now. I'll do another movie review some other time, and that's about it. And that's all I gotta say to this video. So be sure to like and subscribe. Press notification button. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram, and comment down below. And I'll see y'all next time.